Hi. Today let's recap the movie Black Hawk Down. In early 1990 Somalia, a civil war have gripped the country, resulting in over 300,000 civilian deaths and a huge United Nations peacekeeping operation being sent in. With the bulk of the peacekeepers withdrawn by 1993, the Somali militia have declared war on the remaining UN personnel. In response, United States Army Rangers, Delta Force, and 160th SOAR are deployed to Somalia to capture Mohammed Farah-aided, self-proclaimed president of the country. Outside Mogadishu, Rangers and Delta Force operatives capture Osman Ali Addo, a warlord selling arms to the militia of Aidid. Shortly thereafter, a mission is planned to capture Omar Salad Elmi and Abdi Hassan Awale Kabdide, two of Aidid's top advisors. The U.S. forces include experienced men as well as new recruits, including PFC Todd Blackburn and a desk clerk going on his first mission. When his lieutenant is removed from duty as the result of a seizure, Staff Sergeant Matthew Eversman is placed in command of Ranger Chalk 4, his first command. The operation is launched and Delta Force successfully captures Aidid's advisors inside the target building. But the Rangers and helicopters escorting the ground extraction convoy take heavy fire while SSG Eversman's Chalk 4 is dropped a block away by mistake. When Blackburn is severely injured after falling from one of the Black Hawk helicopters, 3 Humvees led by Sergeant Jeff Strucker are detached from the convoy to return Blackburn to the UN-held Mogadishu airport. Sergeant Dominic Pilla is shot and killed just as Strucker's column gets underway, and shortly thereafter a Black Hawk, call sign Super 61, piloted by CW3 Clifton Elvis Walcott is shot down by a RPG and crashes deep within the city. Walcott and his co-pilot are killed, the 2 crew chiefs are wounded, and one mortally wounded Delta sniper on board escapes in another helicopter that makes it back to base. The ground forces are rerouted to converge on the crash site, but the Somali militia throw up roadblocks, forcing LTC Danny McKnight's Humvee column off its planned route while sustaining heavy casualties. Meanwhile, 2 Ranger Chalks, including Eversman's unit, reach Super 61's crash site, setting up a defensive perimeter to await evacuation with the 2 wounded men and the fallen pilots. In the interim, call sign Super 64, piloted by CW3 Michael Durant is also shot down by an RPG, crashing several blocks away. With CPT Mike Steele's Rangers pinned down and sustaining heavy casualties, no ground forces can reach Super 64's crash site, nor reinforce the Rangers defending Super 61. 2 Delta snipers, SFC Randy Sugart and MSG Gary Gordon are inserted by helicopter to Super 64's crash site, where they find Durant still alive. Despite a valiant effort to defend the downed Black Hawk, the crash site is eventually overrun, Gordon and Sugart are killed, and Durant is captured and taken to Aidid. McKnight's column gives up the attempt to reach 61's crash site, and returns to base with their prisoners and the casualties. The men prepare to go back to extract the pinned down Rangers and the fallen pilots, and MG Garrison orders the 10th Mountain Division, including Malaysian and Pakistani forces, to mobilize as a relief column. As night falls, the Somali militia launch a sustained assault on the trapped Americans at Super 61's crash site. The militia is held off throughout the night by strafing runs and rocket attacks from AH-6J Little Bird helicopter gunships of the Night Stalkers. The wounded and casualties are evacuated in the vehicles. However, extracting the bodies of Cliff Walcott and his co-pilot from the downed Black Hawk turns out to be more involved, and the column is forced to stay for nearly 4 more hours. After everyone and any dead soldiers are secured in the vehicles, the convoy leaves. When space inside the vehicles runs short, a handful of remaining Army Rangers and Delta operatives are forced to run from the crash site back to the stadium, in the UN safe zone. The closing credits detail the results of the raid. 19 American soldiers were killed, with over 1,000 Somalis dead. Durant was released after 11 days of captivity. Delta snipers Gordon and Sugar were the first soldiers to be posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor since the Vietnam War. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned in for another fresh recap. See you soon.